a peg and a hammer, that's all that I had. HalalwaYAH, turn the tide on the bed. They counted me a woman, said the war ain't my lane, but the Most High put the giant in the dust where he came. A peg and a hammer, a tent and a nail. The unexpected hand is how to make a prevails. 20 years of iron, 900 chariots strong. Sarah was crushing us, been doing it too long. Deborah sat under the palm and called the play. Told Barak, gather thousands, it is Yahawah's day. But a word came with the order, hear me when I tell. The glory of the captain to a woman's hand would fail. Down the slopes of Table came the army of the free, and the river Kishon rose to set the trampled people free. Wheels got stuck in mud where the swagger used to roll, and the tyrant left his chariot and ran to save his soul. He stumbled through my tent flap with the sweat upon his brow. Said, hide me, give me water, I'm a beaten man right now. I smiled and I bowed and I gave him curdled milk. Took the blanket around his shoulders, played it gentle, played it silk. He commanded me to lie, said if a soldier comes around, tell them no man's in the tent. Keep your woman eyes down, but I am not his servant and I am not afraid. I serve the one who armed me with a hammer and a blade. I watched his breathing slow until the sleep took hold, and I felt the courage rising where my heart was running cold. Quiet, quiet, picked the peg up off the ground. Quiet, quiet, made no creak and made no sound. Heavy in my right hand, felt the mallet of the camp, and the Most High steadied every muscle, every clamp. Listen, they wrote the war for the men with the spears, but the Maker wrote the ending through a widow's years. I drove it through his temple and I pinned him to the floor. No chariot, no army, just a peg and nothing more. They sang it after that, they sang it in the street. Blessed above the women in the tent for the defeat. HalalwaYAH, the unexpected hand, is exactly how the Most High frees a captive land. Barak came in chasing with his sword still in the air. I lifted up the tent flap, said the man you want is there. Stretched out on my carpet with the nail straight through his head. The captain of the cruelty in the dust and the dead. They thought my hands were only good for grinding up the grain, but kneading up the dough and for nursing through the pain. But the Most High don't need armies, and the Most High don't need size. He can break 1,000 chariots with a tired woman's eyes. So tell the daughters trembling that the war is not all men. Give your weakness to the Maker and he hands it back again. A peg and a hammer, that's all that I had. HalalwaYAH, turn the tide on the bed. They counted me a woman, said the war ain't my lane, but the Most High put the giant in the dust where he came. A peg and a hammer, a tent and a nail. The unexpected hand is how the Maker prevails. The land of rest for 40 years, the song was in the air. Deborah and Barak singing praises everywhere. They wrote it for the daughters who were trembling in the dark. How the Most High used a tent peg just to leave his holy mark. HalalwaYAH, the weak one made it through. Yael and the mighty one, a peg beyond compare.